This is the brand new Predator 9,000 watt portable generator, 9,000 maximum starting watts, 7,250 running watts. This thing's supposed to be good for anything and everything. Emergency generators, recreation vehicles, heating and cooling systems, job sites, household usage, just whatever you can think. This is the brand new Predator. You can see it right there. Just came out on the market. We're going to do an open box test on this baby. We're going to see what it's all about. And just to let everybody know, this is a Harbor Freight special.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
Now, before we go any further, we're going to go ahead and look at the computer screen here. As you can see, this is a Harbor Freight item, and there's our generator right there. It's a 13 horsepower carburetor unit. It's got the GFCI outlet protection on it, and it's supposed to run up to 13 hours. It's an up to 13 hours system that's going to give you maximum usage of the item. But what I wanted to get on here for is I wanted to read the reviews. Like I said, this is a brand new item on the market, and let's check out the reviews and see what we got. Now, this item is so new on the market, there's only 3 reviews nationwide on it. Let's look at the first one. Been running it since hurricane hit. Enough power to for a small 14 by 70 mobile home. Don't recommend using stove or dryer unless shutting down other appliances. Will also power an 8,000 BTU window unit, AC unit, with a little bit of draw. I'm running all my home lights, porch lights, freezers, fridge, windows, ACs, microwaves, etc., etc. Got a 5-star on that one. Fantastic value, well built generator. Use the generator in the workshop to power table saw, dust collector, TV, 4 lights, a refrigerator, freezer, and a lathe. Had no issues at all, and sure, it had a lot of wattage available for even more. All right, good job. Great generator, Austin Price. Wired this generator up as home backup. It is replacing an old Coleman 6,000 watt unit. While load testing this unit, it exceeded my expectations. Not only would it start our 24,500 BTU AC unit, it would also start and run that unit while running all the lights in the house. 1,500 watt toaster oven, etc., etc. 5 stars. And the comparisons that we have from the Predator versus the Honda, we can see clearly by all the stats that the Predator outlasts and outbeats the Honda by more than a mile. They both have electric start. They both have 120 volt and 240 volt capability. And they both have GFCI protected outlets, but in the long run, looks like the Predator's taking it home. Let's go open this thing up. Let's check it out. Let's see what we got. All right, before we get started, I want everybody to know that the generator does not come with any wheels or pull handle, and you have to purchase this kit right here, which is the generator wheel kit. Comes with the pull handle, comes with the wheels, and also 2 stands on the front. So that's another $30 that you can add on to the generator if you were going to get wheels and a pull handle to move the thing around. All right when you open the package, on the handle here, it's going to come with a quick start guide how to operate your unit, and it also tells you what it's used for. So you might want to look at that, study it closely, and make sure that you know exactly what you're doing here. And by the looks of this, the first thing they want you to do is go ahead and, if you want, hook a battery up. Now, I thought this was a pull start. Is this also a pull start, or is this battery only? Because I thought for sure this was a pull start and battery unit. So let me look and see. Yes, it is. So if you look right here, you can see this is a pull start. We're not going to go ahead and buy the battery for it. We're going to go ahead and use the pull start to actually run our unit. I'm reaching down here and I see that it comes with a packet full of tools, and it looks like a spark plug wrench. There's an 8mm wrench in there and a 10mm wrench. You got a Phillips screwdriver, and then of course this you got for your battery. You got your battery, which goes right here, and all your battery brackets are nice and compact in the unit itself. We're going to come right here and we're going to see that there's not 2 outlets, all right, like most generators, but it actually has 4. Now it also comes with these rubberized waterproof covers. I like that. And it also has a reset button in case it accidentally goes off because of overload. And then over here we actually have a 30 amp maximum, and this would be for your, would this one here be for your trailer? Okay, let's look and see. This one here, it says 120 volts, so I'm pretty sure that one there might be for your trailer, or actually the 30 amp maximum would be for both of these. And if you have 240/120, you're going to go ahead and hook it up there, and then that's just a 120 volt automatically, and that is AC power, not DC. As we look over here, there is a 12 volt adapter point where we can go ahead and use that if necessary. We got a low oil alert, and one other thing about this unit, if it gets too low on oil, it'll automatically shut itself off. They claim that this is a super quiet unit, so we're going to find that out here in a minute. And it's got a DC breaker for the DC outlet. We got a ground wire in case you want to ground that to a grounding rod or some sort of grounding mechanism. What do we have right here? This is if any circuit breaker trips, ensures that all circuits breakers are reset. Okay, that's a 30 amper. All right, 30 amp breaker. Here's our start and stop. Take a good notice here. All these are encased in plastic, which gives it that nice tight waterproof situation. Even the on and off switch is the same way. If we look at the top of our unit right here, it's going to tell us that this is where our fuel goes. I actually don't even know how many gallons this thing holds. I'm hoping that it holds at least 5 gallons. We're going to find that out before this video is over. But then another thing it says right here, you're supposed to add fuel stabilizer. Now I believe that is because you're not going to use this all the time, and when it sits with that old gas, it could clog your lines up. So it would be a wise decision if it's going to sit for a while, put some fuel stabilizer in it. Another thing it says here is to add 30 weight engine blend oil, 10W30. So I'm presuming that there is no oil or fuel in this. Now we know there's no fuel, but the oil itself. Let's get down there, let's check it out and see what we got. So if we look right here in this area, we're going to go ahead and unscrew our oil dipstick and see what's going on here. And sure enough, there's no oil in there. So I will have to fill that up with 10W30 oil. Okay, I just put 1 quart in it. Looks like it holds 1 quart of oil. And then I also got an extra quart of oil in case we need it. And then I want to go ahead and show everybody what's going on here. This is called fuel stabilizer, and what this does is you mix it in with your fuel when your generator is going to be sitting for long periods of time. We're not going to add that to it. I'm bringing this out to my other property in Moab, Utah. Once I get done using it out there and I leave and store it, I'll go ahead and add this to it for protection that the gas will not gum up or be contaminated when I go back out there to use it again. The next thing we'll do is we'll go ahead and put our fuel into our tank. And if you look inside the tank right here, you're going to see it's got the built-in filter. That's a very good item. Top-notch situation going on. That way you don't get contamination, dirt, trash, or particles inside your fuel. So I really like that a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and fill my tank up with gas. And I'm presuming that this is going to be a 5-gallon tank. I don't know if I have 5 gallons of gas here, but we're going to go ahead and fill it up. Being very careful not to spill it on our machine. So that was approximately 2.5 gallons of gas that I put into my unit, the Predator 9000. And if we look at the fuel sending unit that's built into our generator, you can see that that's almost half full. So I'm presuming that this is a 5-gallon container. Yeah, I've never owned a generator before, so I really don't know what's going on here. I'm a first-time owner of a electric generator, and I don't know if you need the battery or not to make this thing run. It might actually need a battery to complete the circuit of process. So I went ahead and bought the battery, and it was $39, and I did buy this from Harbor Freight. And we're going to go ahead and get that battery out. And then the battery, of course, goes right here. And let's make sure that, no, it actually goes this way. And I'm going to go ahead and mount that battery on the unit. Once again, I don't know if we actually need this battery or not to make the unit run. Being a first-time owner of a generator, I just went ahead and got it anyway because we might need this battery to complete the circuit, or the battery might only be here for the start. It might just for the electric starter, I don't know. Once again, it does come with a pull start on it, but I wanted to go ahead and get the battery on this and be done with it. Alright, now that we got our unit all supplied with battery, fuel, and oil, the next thing we're going to do is come right over here and we are going to turn our fuel on. This actually has a fuel switch that you can turn off and on, and that's actually a good item, because the situation you have is when you're not using it, you don't want that gas going down into your carburetors and your fuel system. It would be better to turn it off and then run it out of fuel, because that way your carburetor and everything stays nice and clean and you don't get old contaminated gas in. So we're going to go ahead and turn our fuel on. On would be up and down, just like that. And then if you were to turn it off, you would go ahead and turn the pitcock off, facing this way here. And then if we look right here, there is a sticker on the air breather, and it says here, run 15 to 20 minutes every 3 months, add fuel stabilizer, clean air filter regularly, or voids warranty. So it's basically telling you all over the equipment what to do. Here's another sticker that says, equipped with low oil shutoff. If unit won't start, check oil and fill to proper level or warranty is void. If unit still won't start, check spark plug. So we got stickers and we got explanations and instructions everywhere you look on this thing. Here's another sticker that basically takes you through the situation of starting it. And then here's another situation that tells you how to plug it in, turn it off. Make sure you turn your valve off, of course, when you turn it off, and on and on and on. I also noticed right here, I guess it doesn't require a battery. I guess I should have read a little further, but if you're not using a battery, you can turn it on here, which is located right here, and then you can pull start it right here. Another thing that they advertise about the Predator 9000 is that it has a super quiet muffler. So we're getting ready to start this thing. Let's see what happens when we start it up. Of course, we're going to be using our electric start, and then once I get started with that, then I'll come back and I'll start it with the pull start. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the unit on. Once again, I've already added all my fluids in it. We went ahead and turned the fuel on. We've added our battery. We're going to go ahead and try to start it and see what happens. super quiet. It's not super quiet, but it did start up immediately by the touch of the button. I also noticed that the choke was on. Let's take a look at that choke so I can show you where it is located. Okay, we just turned our unit off. I forgot to show you, this is the choke right here on this unit. And what you're going to do is, if you push it all the way to the left, of course your choke is on. Once it gets started, then you're going to eventually slowly go to the right to open it up. So let's see if it starts again without the choke on. Okay, it does not start with the choke off. We're going to go ahead and put the choke on halfway. We're going to randomly get some power tools and plug them in and see what happens with our generator. So what I have here, I have a screw gun. It's an old Makita screw gun for sheetrock. We're going to go ahead and plug that in and see what happens. Seems like it's working good. Let's plug the sawzall in at the same time and work them both. Generator and run our tools at the same time and see what happens. And it seems like it's working good. I like the situation. 9,000 Predator 7250 running one. It seems like it's a good situation. It says before you turn the unit off, you should unplug everything before turning it off. What we've just witnessed is a review and a usage unboxing of the Predator 9,07250 running watts. Maximum starting watts is 9,000. And I believe that with this unit you can possibly run anything you want, including 240 volts, 30 amp maximum. When we go out to Moab, we're going to be using this thing extensively. I think it's a good buy. I think that the Predator 9000 for $700 is worth every penny. And the only thing that I see that they advertise that isn't properly true, and once again, I'm a first owner generator guy, never owned one before, is that it is quite loud. One thing we didn't do that I told you I was going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start it with the pull cord. So I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to go ahead and set my choke one more time, and we're going to see how easy this thing pulls. Okay, that didn't pull too easy. Let me get out here again and do this. Put my foot on it. Okay, here we go. Okay. Yes, I took the choke off. So if you're looking for a good generator, you want a generator that's going to last you a long time and is right bang for the buck, I recommend to check out the Harbor Freight Predator 9,000 starting watts, 7250 running watts, and that's if you're using everything maxed out. They say that there's 13 running hours, all right, maximum 13 running hours at 50% usage, which means if you're just using what I'm using there, probably a couple other little tools. But if you're running an RV with it, let's say, and you're using everything in that RV, you're probably only going to get about 7 hours out of it. I actually bought a warranty for this. They started out at $79. I told them no for a 1-year warranty. They came back, they told me $30. They'll give me a warranty for $30 in 1 year. The cashier told me in 1 year from the date of purchase, take it back to the store, whether it's good or bad, or what have you, and exchange it for a brand new one and buy another warranty. That's the first time I ever heard anybody tell me that. I mean, I wasn't even thinking that because I think that these warranties are a scam. But she's basically telling me that even if it's not bad and you want to keep a new unit, always buy the warranty and just bring it back and exchange it for a new item. So, yeah, I mean, that's a little bit scamish to me and a little bit crooked, you might say. But I guess if you want to go that route and you think that, you know, paying $30, $40 a year to have a brand new generator for the rest of your life is worth it, then, you know, say okay. One more thing about this that I don't like, besides being super loud, is that the thing is heavier than hell. So that's why we got this kit here, and I'm not even going to open the box or show you how it goes. But for $39, go ahead and buy this. This is a good kit for 39 bucks. That way you got your 2 front legs, you got your wheels, and of course you got your handle, and your unit is complete. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, once again, showing you and telling you that Harbor Freight isn't all that and a box of tacos, but it is all that and a piece of chicken, if you like chicken. Or if you're a hamburger guy, that's all that and a hamburger, cheeseburger, extra mustard, extra tomatoes. So, we'll see you later. Take it easy. If you're in the market for a generator, I suggest you go to Harbor Freight and get this item. It's well worth it, and it's an item that says my friend Pete will be using this a lot.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.